There is a technological revolution taking place. There have been astonishing advances, with this comes their own set of challenges. Technology has always played a major role in human life, but it has never really threatened to take the roles of humans. Technological innovations has led to amazing and more efficient systems with impacts we can't imagine. What the future holds is unknown, exciting, and scary all at the same time. Will we create a cure for cancer or designer babies? Will there be superhumans or a useless class of people, or even both? Will there be a new irreversible divide between the haves and the have nots? As youth, how do we prepare ourselves for this future and its inherent uncertainties? I'm interested in how AI impacts us now and how it will continue to do so in the near future. Will the consequences outweigh any good? Imagine if you could choose the color of your baby's eyes, hair, if they will have a disease, or their athletic abilities. Doesn't it sound cool? What if I told you that people were doing this right now? Genetic editing is taking the world by storm. Companies like CRISPR have mastered the technology. We live in a world where AI works alongside gene editing to add and delete genes to a code the way we add and delete words to a TED Talk. In the past, it would have taken years of research to tweak genetic codes, but that time has been drastically reduced because we no longer have to deal with human error. We are seeing the benefits of this tech in real time. COVID 19 vaccines use the mRNA tech developed by companies like CRISPR to basically cut out part of the virus DNA and exterminate it like a cockroach. Not only that, it works just like your immune system, adapting and fighting variants. This tech is helping us now and will help us fight future pandemics faster and more effectively. It's making diseases like cancer and Parkinson's a thing of the past. This sounds amazing. Let's make CRISPR easily available to everyone, right? But, and there's always a but, if we aren't careful, the ideas we spread can cause more damage than good. What is the price of making gene editing accessible? A lot of us have tutors, participate in special courses and extracurriculars to have a head start. No one really thinks about it being fair or unfair. It's just a part of life, right? Now take that same concept and supersize it. Imagine two kids, Ali and Adam. They've known each other since they were born. They love each other a lot, but times are now changing. As they grow up, Adam's parents notice that Ali is faster, quicker, smarter, and almost bored by his peers. He's aware that he's physically and mentally superior to them. Sometimes he's nice about it, and other times he is not. He mostly he's but he's mostly bored being around just normal humans. When he was just an embryo, his parents paid to have a genetic scan done, and they changed all his defective genes to make him as perfect as possible. They wanted him to have every advantage in life, a healthy body and mind. Which parent wouldn't do that if they could? Then on the other hand, there's Adam, who can't keep up because he's just a normal human, who have always who was born the way humans have always been born. He has to struggle with a blood disorder that makes it hard for him to run. He's smart, but he knows he can't think as fast as Ali does. And so he senses how bored he is around him. This makes him feel insecure and unsure of himself. What did he do wrong? Sometimes he feels upset and just lashes out at whosoever. He doesn't understand what's happening. His parents couldn't access the technology to do the gene editing. They feel terrible. They feel that they had let Adam down. Which parent wouldn't feel that way? In the future, it is possible the rich will spend a large sum of money on designer babies. Their kids will be smarter, more advanced, and have the desired traits according to society, making their kids better than the rest. These genetic traits will be passed down through generations, causing a genetic inheritance. Over time, it will create a whole new class of people, leading to major inequalities globally, a new class system where one group of humans will be superior to the rest. The story portrays the potential inequalities to come, which is why we need to make sure we consider the impacts of tech from all perspectives before we make a decision. I wonder what will happen when we access something like Neuralink, an implantable brain computer that could help cure things like Alzheimer's, dementia, and spinal cord injuries, eventually fusing humankind with AI. It's complicated, but if we think carefully about what's right and what's wrong, we take our time, we weigh the consequences of our choices against our responsibilities, we can definitely avoid some of the catastrophes that we are on the verge of creating. CRISPR and Neuralink are amazing, don't get me wrong, but we do need to think about their impacts. Where else will the impacts of AI and tech innovation be felt in human life? If you ask Elon Musk or Yuval Noah Harari about the impacts of AI on our future, you'll either hear we're going to create a useless class of humans or we need to adapt to keep up. You might think I'm an alarmist, but AI is already taking on work like grocery checkouts, assembly line work, and bank tellers. Why will AI take over all these jobs? It's more cost efficient, easier to manage because you know AI doesn't get sick nor have babies. Companies will not have to pay their robots a salary, just maintaining their machines. In the near future, it will put hundreds, if not thousands, of people out of work. That's going to happen. We're actually helping AI to take over by giving our data away on free apps. Whether it's our likes and dislikes, our buying habits, our voice recordings. We're helping algorithms get progressively better at understanding human emotions. According to Yuval Noah Harari, soon AI will be telling us what to eat, who to marry, what to study in college, and where to work. The human mind will become irrelevant because we'll be guided and controlled by artificial intelligence. AI will eventually replace Uber drivers, caregivers, and even doctors. You might be thinking, what? Doctors? Yes, I said doctors. Can you imagine 10 years of post secondary education and then being replaced by an AI? It would suck. If we strive to live in a way that reminds us that we're all connected, we'll suspend judgment and manage the changes ahead of us. We won't think badly of ourselves when we have to change what we do again and again. This is what Harari refers to as a cascade of ever bigger disruptions, which means it's not a one-time thing. This is going to keep on happening. What we need to do is figure out how to adapt, or we will really be useless. How do we get ready for this series of endless tech revolutions? To start off, be aware of the changes happening around you. Explore new things, be curious, and most importantly, fearless. Secondly, listen to your inner voice. It will help you make the right decisions and learn everything you can and keep learning throughout your lives. If you stay curious and keep adapting, we might just be okay. According to His Highness the Aga Khan, we need an education that prepares us for an uncertain world. We need to develop the ability to figure out what we don't know and find solutions by questioning, critical thinking, and problem solving. Trust me, as a fellow teen, I can understand that school can be boring at times. But if we want to have a great life, we need to understand that lifelong learning is necessary in order to succeed. AI will impact the jobs that are available, and we need to adapt. Constant learning will help us do that. In the next 30 years, there will be jobs that have never existed, and the jobs that we thought would be forever might disappear. If we maintain a tunnel vision and hear only one perspective, we won't notice our own blind spots and weaknesses. Learning doesn't just happen in school and through books. When you're trying to develop new skills, talk to people in different expertise so you get a full idea of how things work. This will keep your mind flexible, open, and allow you to manage change. We also need to develop soft skills like emotional intelligence and maintaining mental balance. Keep up to date with these advancements and things like AI and global issues like climate change. I've done this by joining different clubs, like the Beyond STEM Club at my school, where we get high-profile professors that work with AI applications, plus professors in the field of STEM, to come and share their experiences, additionally teaching us a few things on their visit. If you keep learning throughout your lives, You'll understand that your own skills and how to apply them to different areas. You'll realize that you need to know more than just facts. You'll consistently build and rebuild your personal portfolio that will aid you in adapting. I look forward to seeing a time when we are all able to edit out genes that affect the quality of life of our loved ones, where a small device implanted in the human brain will allow someone to walk and see again. These advancements will be revolutionary. How will we ensure that our choices are ethical? How will we make sure that this life changing technology is accessible to everyone around us? I find artificial intelligence interesting and terrifying. We know it has already changed our lives. In the future, this change will be exponential, dramatic, and continuous. I'm excited and nervous to see what will come in the next couple of decades, as preparation, time, and patience will be the answer to all of our questions. Thank you.